Hi.
What are you two doing back?
Don't be so happy to see us. Listen, I tried to talk her out of it, but you know her, she's stubborn.
Well, there's no reason for us to stay away now.
Did Cruz call you?
No. We haven't heard from him. Isn't he back?
Well, he's still in Brazil trying to get a lead on Harlan Richards. He would not be happy to see the two of you back here.
Oh, well, he's my son, and I love him, but he can't order me around.
Carmen, he's not trying to order you around. He's concerned for your safety.
Well, it's my safety, and I'm not concerned. Thank you.
What is going on?
I have no idea. I've been trying to get her to talk to me every second of the way back up here from Mexico, but she made up her mind to come home as soon as we found out that Harlan Richards had been shot.
Would you please sit down and talk to me?
Oh, if you're going to try to send me back to Mexico, there is nothing to talk about.
I'm not. As long as you're here, you and Rick will stay with me.
Fine.
I would like to know why you came back.
Well, Ma, listen, I know it had something to do with Harlan Richards being shot, and you've already admitted that.
The man has a file that could put me in jail. What happens to that file if he dies from that gunshot
Carmen,
wound?
he's not going to die. He was released from the hospital.
Yeah, if Richards that does happen to die, this is not the best place for you to be right now.
Well, I'm not arguing about it anymore. Here, I'll fix the tea.
You have no idea what this is all about?
Apparently she came back because she thinks there's something that she can do.
What about Cruz? Has he found anything?
He called me. He said not much, but he had a few leads. He was trying to figure out, where Harlan Richards came from. There's been a lot going on here since you left.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I tried calling Michael after I heard about what happened with Nikki.
Losing her really tore him apart.
Does anybody know who's behind the bombing?
Oh, Cruz thinks it's Harlan Richards.
Why am I not surprised by that? That man is into everything. I mean, first he's hiring goons to go bomb up demonstrations. Why not demolish a few offices as well, right?
Killing people in the process.
Oh, no, it's no wonder his wife tried to bump him off.
Apparently, there's reason to believe that Harlan isn't the only person that Gretchen tried to bump off.
Gretchen? They think Gretchen is the woman who tried to kill me?
When you saw the check at Harlan's place, did you see anything else? Anything that Gretchen maybe didn't want you to see?
No, the only thing I saw was that check for Sellers. But you want to know something? There was another folder. Instead of some legal documents, it may have been his will. I didn't get a chance to examine it, but that's what was written on the outside of the folder.
But you didn't see it. See, Gretchen didn't know that. Maybe Gretchen wanted to make sure you didn't see it. And we have to tell Michael this.
Have you seen Tawny?
Yes, I have. She's been really worried about you.
Ugh, she's gonna freak out when she hears about all this about her father.
Well, what are you doing?
I gotta call her out, Eden. I can't leave Tawny in the dark. I've gotta let her know I'm gonna be here for her.
No.
Excuse me? What's that?
Stay away from that girl.
What are you talking about, Mama? You're talking crazy. What?
For once in your life, listen to me. You have to stay away from Tony Richards. You have to.
Oh, I'm glad you came by.
Kids asleep?
Oh, they're in bed. Carmen's singing them lullabies.
Look, honey, I've come up with another plan to stop Kelly from marrying Robert. I think this plan's better than the one we discussed before.
Excuse me. Hello? Vic, yeah, thanks for getting back to me. Well, I'm trying to track down Michael Donnelly. If he shows up, would you call me? Thanks, and try to keep him there. Thanks. Daddy, I thought we were going to back off from all this. Kelly's angry enough as it is.
Sweetheart, she's angry at herself for knowing that Robert is using her, for Robert having an affair with Deborah London, and for the fact she's putting all of us, the one she loves, in this lousy position.
What have you got in mind?
Actually, she suggested herself a while back as sort of a taunt. Not a bad idea. I'm going to disinherit her.
These cuffs. A lot better than a rope, don't you think? Ropes tend to cut off the old circulation.
It's a real advance in penal technology, Roy.
You got a way of talking that really just tickles me to death.
We always like to amuse.
Well, you gotta get your circulation going. You look like a plate of grits. You got no color, you.
Well, thank you for your consideration, Roy. She made your point with Rena before. She hadn't shown her face in here since.
Yeah, she's run off someplace, her.
Maybe she didn't like being slapped in the face like that.
She knows what to expect when she disobeys me. She knows she might be hanging around you. Not that anything could happen with you all trussed up like a turkey on Thanksgiving Day. The way she's been looking at you all moony-eyed made me start to wonder if she didn't have anything to do with you getting away that first time you gave us a slip.
Well, I had only been here a couple hours at that point, Roy. Hardly enough time to establish a relationship, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I remind myself of that. Don't know where she got off to. Fool girl knows better be wandering around the bayou in the middle of the night.
She's pretty familiar with the area, though, huh?
Nobody ever really knows it all that well. If she don't show up soon, I guess I'm gonna have to go out searching for her. And when I find her, she's gonna wish those damn gators got to her first.
Hey, Eden, hi. Hi, listen, is Mom around? Actually, she was here earlier. She came by to drop off Kelly's wedding dress, but then she left.
Yes, the happy event is pressing down upon us with great alacrity. But on to less saccharine subjects.
No, Mason. Oh, this is very embarrassing. But I guess if I don't say anything now, it'll just get worse later. Eden, Kelly's asked me to be her maid of honor, and I accepted. I didn't know what to do. I mean, I was very honored that she would ask me, but I knew that it should have been you. But she didn't seem to think that was a possibility, so I agreed. But now I think I shouldn't have. I feel terrible. Kelly and I haven't been getting along, and she has every right to make the day as comfortable for her as possible. I mean, the reason that she asked you is because she thinks you're part of the family. I mean, we all do, so please don't feel badly for my sake. Well, thank you for being so understanding. Now, if you'll both excuse me, I have a few calls I need to make. Oh, listen, Cassie, I'm expecting a call here, and I left this number. Oh, absolutely. I'll let you know the moment it comes in. Okay.
I thought you handled that very well, considering how you must feel.
Well, I haven't even been invited, Mason.
I hardly think that Kelly would go that far to make a point, and I did warn you and Dad to back off. I could certainly do without having Roberts as a member of this family, but I firmly believe in Kelly's right to make her own mistakes.
Well, then I'm sure your invitation is guaranteed, Mason.
Really, Eden. What about Dad?
What about him?
Has he been included?
Included in what?
We were wondering whether you were going to be a part of Kelly's wedding. Eden hasn't even been invited yet, and she just learned that Cassandra's going to be the maid of honor.
I'm sorry, sweetheart.
Daddy, it's all right, really.
Kelly would never do such a thing if she hadn't been under the influence of that man.
Now, what about your influence? Let's give credit where it's due. You and Eden have been hounding that poor girl ever since she fell in love with Robert. You've made it perfectly clear all along that he couldn't possibly love her. He's either after revenge on Eden or to get his hands on Kelly's money. And where do you get your inside information? From God?
No, Mason, there is no divine inspiration involved here.
Yes, well, God knows I never would have chosen Robert for Kelly either, but she had the good sense not to ask me. Now, why shouldn't he be in love with her? Just look at her, for God's sake. And who's to say he won't make her a good husband? Stranger things have happened. But you two know better. Yes, you've been in cahoots against this from day one. All you've succeeded in doing is splitting this family right down the middle. Why don't you give Kelly a break?
You know, we're not the ogres that you think we are, Mason.
Oh, no. I know it's all been done in the name of love, just like all of the continual interference in our lives since we were children. Have you been brainwashed? Don't you remember how you felt when Dad was trying to keep you away from Cruz? Not to mention when he tried to come between you and Robert?
Oh, come on. Good. Mason, very good. Don't rake up the whole past. We'll tell the world now how I ruined your life. Do you remember when I wouldn't let you go to a party at 16, I bet?
Good example. You didn't approve of the children who were going to be there.
You're unreal.
Please, let's not do this. Excuse me for interrupting, but there's a call for you, Cece, on your private line.
Thank you, Cassandra. Mason, we still have those figures to go over if you don't think I would be interfering in your life to discuss them with you.
A wedding's supposed to be such a happy time. I don't know how Kelly's going to pull this one off.
The way most big events are pulled off in this family, you shut your eyes, grit your teeth, and pray that it will all be over very soon. I'm going to go fix myself a cup of coffee. Would anyone like one?
No, thanks.
No, thank you.
I think I'm going to go check my answering machine for messages.
Yes, sweetheart.
Rick hasn't called yet.
Would you like me to get on the phone, get some of my people to start looking for Michael?
I don't want to involve strangers in this. If I need to, I think I'll call Vic Boswell and ask him to step in.
All right. Look, honey, thank you for not telling Mason about my plan. He would have gone straight to Kelly.
Well, I agree Mason isn't the person to tell about this, but I don't know if I agree with his plan. Maybe we should talk to Mama.
No, we'll leave your mother out of this thing.
Well, I'm sorry, Daddy, but I think we should talk to her.
I can keep Kelly from finding out.
But you can't guarantee that.
Cece, I'm sorry to interrupt again. Henry Rosenthal is on your private line. He's calling from Spain.
I've been waiting a week for this phone call, darling.
Oh, no, that's okay. I gotta go anyway. I'll talk to you later.
Well, you know about Michael, huh?
Yeah, I will.
Eden. Yeah. There's something I want to tell you. If you and Kelly find a way to resolve your differences before the wedding, I would happily relinquish my maid of honor duties to you. I mean it. Please, and don't think there would be any hard feelings.
I really don't think that's gonna happen, but it's really sweet of you to mention it.
I hope you're wrong.
So do I. Good night.
You too.
What are you up to now, Roy?
You'll find out soon enough.
What was that phone call just now?
Don't you hate people who ask too many questions? Well. Where you been, Rima? My mare always said there's nothing wrong with her head, only her tongue. But I think she was wrong. Only someone whose touch would go against her own kin help a stranger. Don't you lie to me. I know you've been spying for him. Quinn and Flame have been paying us, and you're double-crossing them. You're gonna get me in trouble. Bad move, Rima. Bad move. Is there any way to treat your brother, huh? From now on, you're gonna do exactly what I tell you to do. Or this one here, he's gonna die.